them steppers, huh? But you can't step with us. Niggas swear they certified steppers, but don't step enough. Oh, you be with them steppers, huh? But you can't step with us. Niggas swear they certified steppers, but don't step enough. So you be with them steppers.
Ready for another close-up, Mr. DeBill?
What is this Certified Super Podcast? I'm your host, Smooth, and my co-host, KP. This is episode 69, my favorite position, baby.
Energy we waking up on. That nigga say his favorite position. Mm-hmm. Come on, like that's really your favorite. That's childish if that's still your favorite position.
Still my favorite position. Sometimes I'm on, so I don't have to do my part.
She can feel it, man. Nigga, what you mean, you mostly? You get away with that shit?
I seen it on a meme earlier.
I'm like, well, I know she can see when you stop. Nigga talking about some Nigga, what? Bitch, a fart on your face. Now, what's up, partner? You know what I'm saying? Before we jump into this week's episode, what you got going? What's good? How you been?
Man. Pretty good. How yourself, brother?
I can't complain, man. I mean, hey, I don't know, bro. I'm on a different energy right now. I'd be feeling good, bro. Like, shit, like, everything is cool. Like, some crazy shit been happening lately. Like, so you remember I was telling you when I hit you earlier, I was like, yo, I got a homeless story for you. Mm-hmm. I don't think I ever had a chance to tell you, but like a couple of days ago, nigga stopped at you remember the Texaco by where my mama stay? Yeah. In Mo City? Mm-hmm. So I'm going in there, and I always go in there because my mama sent me to that bitch to get shit. My mama still treat me like I'm 12 sometimes. Go get me whatever from the corner store, that type of shit. So I go do it. Nigga walked in there, the homeless nigga just saw me in line, was ahead of me with a beer, and he was waiting for somebody to pull up. Yeah. But I guess he started like I present like a nigga. Mm. And that's a nigga. So like as soon as I walk up to the counter with my mama little scratch tickets and some little whatever she got, I'm going to check out. The nigga put his bill up there. He was like, yeah, OG got it. So when I looked at him, I bought it because I'm like, you goddamn homie. I'm like, yeah, because in my head, I'm like, bitch, you older than me. I'm like, OG got it. But like, that's like been like, in like the last week and a half, 2 weeks, bro, I've been in like a good spirit to like, ain't shit bothering me, bro. Like, it's that easy. Like, it's cool.
You gotta think about it. How many people that work on? Probably a lot of niggas would be like, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I got you. Exactly.
Yeah, I never seen no homeless person do that shit.
That nigga said, OG got it. And then he looked at me with a little smile. And that shit was funny. I said, man, he looked at the little Asian woman, looked at me. I said, man, I'll pay for his bill. You good? Because she'll get ready to put that bitch to the side, man. But yeah, man, hey, we got a lot to cover today, bro. And you know why I wanted to take the conversation first and foremost to start off? I kind of wanted to let me ask you something. Do you believe in
a parallel universe? I do. Boy, God, that's what my battle rap.
Shout out to Danny Myers, son. I wasn't even going now. But listen, and you on a different energy. But listen, do you I saw something called toxic triggers. Yeah. And right off the gate, with me not even giving you a definition, do you feel like that exists? Like toxic triggers?
That trigger me to be toxic?
Yes, or like maybe you doing some, the way I took it is you doing some toxic shit that triggers the other person to label you toxic. Or you exhibiting toxic behaviors, right? And it's a trigger for the person that's receiving it. Yeah, like. Because I ain't gonna lie, I saw this, and basically what he was talking about, it was just like, and we're gonna get into this about Brent Faiyaz album. You know, we definitely gotta cover that. That nigga, he's speaking on that mug. But it was a conversation that happened around a review of his album, right? And it was just talking about like, like some toxic triggers, or like, how we spit our game to women. Yeah. You the only one. Definitely a toxic trigger for him. Like, that's toxic, right? I don't mean to bother you. Like, you just fell off with a chick and you just trying to come back. Yeah.
It's only a certain type of nigga tell a female you the only one, though. You believe?
What type of nigga you think that is?
You the only one.
To me, I think that's more universal than you think.
No, I don't know. Think so? I never tell a female you the only one, and I'm single.
But I don't know if you. I see you single. I
said it as a joke on a date I went on a couple weeks ago, and the chick, she like, "Where you going after this? Another date?" I was like, "Nah, baby, you the only one." Yeah, you know,
Toxic triggers.
She knew I was joking though.
Toxic triggers, but it was a dope ass concept because you never really think about it. Like, even if you don't even want to call yourself a toxic person, which is fine. Like I think the reason why it resonated with me so was like we all got them triggers, especially if it's somebody that either you manipulating or trying to control. And because you're in a situation, relationship, or if you like a dude or a woman who got a bunch of options, and it's like you don't really want to lose too much of that. You like the space you in. Like you gonna send them triggers out daily. Like,
what do you think is your toxic triggers that you give to women?
That's a good ass question. And I've low key was thinking about this, and like I think for me, a toxic trigger is like. So like I always spit on here and say. Like my communication and my consistency is like what I get complained about, right?
Yeah.
Like I know in my head that it ain't really finna be no follow up, and then I just be like, nah, love, me, like, yeah, I got time. I just been, I've been busy, I've been doing, how we spit that game. For me, and then, third or fourth time kicking that same little story, it's like, you toxic.
Yeah.
I had a chick tell me the other day that she was like, you toxic. I'm like, how? She was like, you just be being you. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, right? I was like, what does that mean? She was like, you not on the receiving end of that, so it's hard for me to explain, but you are very toxic. I'm like, the fuck out of here. Yeah. When I think about what I be doing, how I be responding, I fit the description sometimes, man.
I don't believe I have any toxic triggers.
Get the fuck out of here.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, a man that say that ain't being real with himself. You know what I'm saying? I know you, but you got options. So I know you lie. You know what I'm saying? Like automatically. But the crazy thing about that is like they was equating throughout the discussion. This is where we gonna dive into like the everything that I really wanted to go. And what resonated to me was like they said that like being honest, that there was women who were saying being honest is a form of toxicity, right? And when I first heard it, I'm like, that makes no fucking sense. Like, because I'm telling you the truth, that's toxic.
Because women don't really want the truth; they want their truth. You feel me?
And exactly, and the way they expounded on it was like yeah, you cleansing yourself and like. You getting that off of you, but that's selfish. Like that person might not wanted to hear that you cheated on them, but you just coming out honest because the next thing that happen when you tell the truth is like, all right, how can we fix it now?
Yeah.
So you automatically putting the problem on that person and saying, but please forgive me.
Yeah. Like when you said that you told that chick when the chick was like you ain't talked to her all day and you was like I was with work and I was watching Netflix and shit.
Took me right back down, son.
She wanted to hear what you. She didn't want to hear you that you was just watching Netflix. She just wanted you to tell her that I'm just busy.
Right.
Yeah. She didn't want you to go too in debt with it like that.
Bitch, hit me upset. Hey, call me back, love. Not playing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know the truth hurt like that.
Nigga was like, oh baby, I was watching Stranger Things.
You know what I'm saying? But like I don't know if I could be 100% on board with it, bro, in terms of like coining honesty toxic. But I can understand how the intent of honesty could be received as toxic. Yeah. Now that's what it was like. It's like I can't, because it's like if I come to you and like I really need to just be honest with you because I think that's better for both of our healing process. I don't think that's a toxic situation. However, the part about being honest is, and I know this because I am, like when you being honest, I know I'm a fuck up.
Yeah.
That's the toxic part.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, sometimes you could chill. But like when you in that moment, like when I'm in that moment, I'm not thinking about chilling or like who I'm hurting and what I'm gonna be doing.
Yeah.
And notice I'm using a lot of eyes here because I'm one man and I'm only gonna talk to y'all about my situations, about my fuck ups. I don't speak for no other nigga. Jeremy toxic in his own separate way. You know what I'm saying? You already saw him a couple episodes back about how he get massages and give it up doing that shit. That's his thing. I was like, so yeah, so like what I want to get your thoughts on like honesty and is it a real form of toxicity? Like in your opinion, like because somebody is being honest, is that a form of being toxic?
It just depends. I guess it just depends on like the woman, because you ain't gonna be as honest as like as honest as you want, 100% honest with every woman you talk to. Like the situation with the situation that you had with that female. If it was a female that you really feeling, I don't believe you would have been like, oh, I'm sorry.
I was watching
Netflix.
That's interesting. Okay, so you think so just piggybacking off of because that makes a ton of sense now in my head. So you think that the toxic level increases based on how low of interest you are in a chick?
Yes.
Like meaning like, if I really don't, hey, we giving y'all game coming from Smooth himself, man. You feel me? Cause like I honestly like I say, I don't go into these situations thinking I'm being like this asshole.
Yeah.
But like when women run them conversations back to me, I be like, I can see how you felt like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I can see it.
Yeah.
But then like there's normal toxic stuff that happen. The cheating, the lying, the deceiving, the narcissist, like that's black or white. Yeah. You can see, but there's that ton of gray area where it's like you just being you, where it's like, and I almost think like, you know how niggas just like, and it's not me, but you know how people could be like, don't want to be alone, or they just need somebody around because they lonely, or like they really ain't got nothing going on, they bored. It's like, let me entertain this situation. Yeah. But within just entertaining the situation, inserts the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, which raises another question now. Like cheating is cheating. Let's start there, right? But would you say it's worse to have a side, to be cheating, like have a side chick or like a chick you dealing with, in abundance, and you just having sex with them, or you got a situation and you got chicks that you confiding in? Like, how would you look at them situations as a man? Like, you doing the wrong. Like, do you think the giving your man part up is worse than the conversation from a dude's perspective?
It depends. What kind of conversation though? Like you talking
confiding.
About?
So like this is shit you don't tell a lot of people. This is like shit that your gal probably should know, but you confiding in another chick on that type of shit.
Are you talking about like problems you and your chick are having?
No, they don't know. Let's not say that you involved and you mixing the relationship. Let's just say it's real, like shit that you dealing with and you confide.
I would say having sex cheating would be worse than you confiding in someone, because maybe it's like something that you can't talk to your significant other about. Yeah. It's still a form of cheating, but
facts. And I thought about it. The reason why I thought about it, because for me it's like, if you reverse that situation, like I think more as men, we as dudes are more likely to be like, all right, you smash dude, bet it's gonna hurt. And I ain't coming back from it, but I could see more dudes coming back from that versus like, because if a chick confiding in a dude, she probably giving him some cookie too. Yeah. But let's say she not, I would still look at that as like, oh, you on the way out.
Yeah. You know
what I'm saying? But for us, I struggle with that question because I don't know. It's
but
like,
man,
I think if I'm confiding in a chick, I'm opposite of you. I think that's I'm doing more damage to my relationship than just smashing a chick.
I could see that, but I also think that if a nigga find out his girl cheating, if a nigga find out his girl's confiding in another nigga, I think he'd be less hurt with that than to find out somebody fucking his old lady.
That public opinion, you're probably right, because it's like, oh, you just yeah, because like,
a girl could spin that any kind of way. Like, oh, we was just talking like you was working a lot of hours.
That's my best friend.
Yeah.
That's my best friend.
But she actually sleep with that nigga? Ain't no way you can come back from it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I get it from the girl's perspective. It was just a little bit more intricate with us because like we really be thinking with our little mans. Like if we just being honest, we think with our little mans a lot, and a lot of it be physical, right? And then I just put myself in the shoes to like all the times, because I got women homegirls. Every time I've needed to hit my homegirl up, or one of my chicks that I'm kicking it with, on that level, and to talk to her, it's because I felt like I couldn't bring that shit where I needed to bring it, right? Yeah. And in my head, I feel worse for that in times I've did it than when I've slid on some shit. Because now it's like you got information that even my shorty don't even have, type of shit.
Yeah, because you was talking to her about your feelings, and you were just sleeping with a chick if you was just doing that,
right?
So niggas, like, when niggas is cheating, let's go back to the whole cheating. When niggas is cheating with females, they could just be smashing and not have no feelings at all. That's why.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
So yeah, and first of all, if you dropping that hammer on a chick, I think she gonna be mad that you giving that meat up.
Oh yeah.
Like if it's a nigga that really, really putting in work on her. Shit, I don't give a fuck what you told that bitch. You giving my dick up. I can see a chick going there, but I know because chicks understand emotions. That's why I'm like, you know, I was like, I can see it as a, which brings me to the Brent album that I wanted to take the conversation, bro. Like, so I'm assuming you heard it, right? This nigga full of toxic.
Yeah.
But I love it.
I didn't listen to the whole album yet, though.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
That Price of Fame, that All Mine.
Yeah, that All Mine. That's the one I've been listening to the most.
The one thing I picked up on the Brent album though was like that nigga emotions is up and down. Cause on All Mine, you know, he talking about how, you know, you're not gonna find nobody better. Boom, the chick, you belong to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though he gonna mention his little fuck ups, whatever. But then Price of Fame, when that bitch come on, first thing, bitch trying to knock me off my square. And he come in snapping on it. I'm like, where we at, Brent? Like, is it fuck these hoes or like we apologize? What we doing? Cause I need some direction today.
I like on All of Mine when he was like, yo, new nigga ain't making you nut, I heard. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yeah, he killing it. Yeah. But see, like, whenever I saw the title was Wasteland, I was like, oh yeah, he getting that shit off. And I honestly, like, when I listen to Brent, I'm feeding into the narrative because it's fun, right? The toxic narrative, that shit is fun, and it's on topic with the conversation. But I look at homie as like, I feel like he telling real life stories.
Yeah, and
it just happened to be on wax, and he happened to be in a fucked up situation, and it's like, let me give y'all this shit. You know what I'm saying? Because low key is like, if you hear his lyrics, he low key like flexing like, I fuck with you, but I come with this.
Yeah. Who you think more toxic, him or Sayari?
Man, Brent up there.
Yeah.
Brent. I also think that Brent is more of a household name than Sai. So So to the public, if you just listening, you're gonna automatically say Sai say Brent, because I don't think enough people get Sayari ear. Yeah. But if you really put projects up for projects, them niggas.
I don't think too many females listen to Sayari. Like,
nah, but Sai be snapping on some. He on some different shit. Sabi, that nigga's an animal. If y'all ever get a chance, bro, Sayari the Kid, just put that in y'all Apple Music and just, man, listen, Toxic Heartbreak, After the Heartbreak.
My third string bitch that broke up with me. That's my favorite line. That
straight up. My third, that when he spit that out, bro, I was like, yeah, like that's when you get the level of like, yo, I'm doing me, I'm out in the open with it. Yeah, you my guy, but you just finna have to deal with everything that come with that.
Yeah. That's
that black and white toxic we was talking about. Like that nigga's a different type of, I don't know. Let that nigga add that shit. But yeah, man, like, I mean, like going back to the like tying into like Brent's album and we was talking about honesty, that's why it flowed together. It's like, even when you listen to his piece, like you can see that it's like been detrimental to his relationships. Like, cause the nigga ain't hiding nothing. So like, again, that honesty piece sits there. It's like, soon as I tell the truth, yeah, that's great. And that's the thing that I hate though. Cause you tell the truth and it's like, you don't lose your respect in terms of like, yo, I respect you for telling the truth. But then you lose your respect cause it's like, yo, you a sucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They gonna put you in a whole different light.
Right.
Yeah.
And which is why, ladies, you can't get mad at a nigga for saying, hey, I'ma die with the lie.
Yeah.
Like if some niggas really thinking like that, because the alternative is you are no longer in this picture with me. Right? Yeah, I fucked up, but do she need to know about everything? Nah. And there's women out there. I know some that's my partners who would tell you, man, you cheat on me, don't come home and tell me that shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to deal with the where my head gonna go knowing that you out there doing some fucked up shit. But then at the same time, they'll say, don't let it hit my front desk.
Yeah. I got a funny story.
When
I went to the movies, I went to the I Pick movies. If you don't want to go to the movies, people in Houston, that's like the rich people movies, I say.
Where is it at? You told me.
Nigga, where that shit at? What area that is? Heights? Is that Heights?
Nah, that's like by the ghetto.
Yeah,
by the ghetto?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we went to the movies, and I never expected this to happen. Like the chick had to see my phone, but because
see it.
Yeah, because You know when you go to the movies
interesting
to look at the menu, you got to scan the little barcode on the thing.
Yeah.
They know, like on the little table.
Yeah.
So I'm scanning, I'm looking through the shit. She trying to do it. It's dark now. So her shit not working. And I was like, it didn't even register to let her see my phone. So I like, oh, okay, my bad. I know she like, my shit not working. So she put her phone down. So I'm looking at her like, I know what I want.
Yeah.
She like, so you're not gonna let me see your phone? Like, oh, I'm sorry, shorty. I didn't even think to let you. Like, I ain't let a chick see my phone in so long. So I'm like,
what you hiding over there?
Yeah. So,
she said something?
No,
like she said something like she didn't see nothing.
No. She just stayed on the menu screen.
But like she needed to look at like what she wanted to order.
Yeah.
Okay. Dang. Hey, what you'd have did if she'd have got the digging? That's just a date now. You know, if she'd have got the digging, you'd have
snatched my shit. You ever seen that ESPN with what's up, boy, for the Cowboys?
You snatching this up?
With what's that receiver for the Cowboys?
Ooh, which one?
CD Lamb.
Okay.
And then on his draft night, he was looking at his phone, and the white chick grabbed his phone and he snatched it back.
You see that shit?
Oh, yeah.
This was on draft night this year?
Nah, this was like two years ago.
I ain't see that shit. Mm-hmm. Hey, let me tell you something. Draft night, boy, them white women be front and center, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, you know what I realized real quick before we switch topics and go to the next one? You know what I've been getting a lot lately?
Right.
From like, but this is like old conversations or like people I may have had like some history with, but it was nothing never serious. You know, I got a lot of that. It's never serious shit. That's my toxic trait. It's never serious. That's me, son. I just put it in a sentence.
Yeah.
But what I'm hearing a lot of, bro, is like, and I'm learning this. Hey, like
I knew you better say some shit about me.
No, I swear I'm not. It's about me. When chicks hit you with the, you know, I've been healing, I've been finding peace, you know, and everything is good, and like when they own that whole tip, yeah, that's really like a flex. I'm learning, because it's like why you telling me all these happy shits when you know we ain't end up well.
Yeah.
Like, I don't hear about your peace, bitch, when I'm still healing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you bring that to my front door, because for me, I low-key be feeling like I'm the problem. So I'm like, yo, is it me? Because it's like, nigga, this is the fourth, fifth person that told me they on this healing journey, and I'm still finding myself.
It's definitely you, my brother. It's definitely you.
And you got a chance to see the Kevin Gates and Caresha situation, the Kevin Gates on Caresha show? Man, funny.
I seen the you know, the freaky shit he'd be talking about on that.
So you just saw the clickbait.
Yeah. Like,
I tell you this. If you, cause you know, like what I notice about clickbait, and hell, we do this sometimes. You can break them episodes down, right? And you can put a conversation from 10 minutes into the show and link it with a conversation that's 30 minutes into the show. You know, for example, I'm not saying that's exactly how it happened, but the conversation will flow based on like when shit was said. So a lot of that happened, because like if you watch the whole little, you know, Kevin Gates, you know, how he going about things, like that nigga touch all emotions. He talk about, you know, when he wanted to off himself, you know, the bullet he got in his head. Of course they asked him about the, you know, the charges.
He actually shot himself in the head?
Yeah, but he took her hand. He like, feel like, nah. He like, it's a bullet right there. I tried to end myself. He told it, he was 17 when he did that. And then he talked about the story about when he was in the gym, when he wanted to do it again recently. Yeah. When he told that story, when he got all his chains on and shit. But so he went deep with that. But then he talked about, you know, the whole little clip about I eat your booty and all, you know, when that nigga in his different bag, when I let that nigga have it. But then what got interesting was like, she got on the conversation about that. He was like, you ain't heard my song, Shoot Your Shot? And he asked her, he was like, you never fantasize about two niggas just, you know, and he was like, I don't like the word train or whatever. He was like, you know, never niggas just exchanging energy with you. And the way that nigga got talking about that part, I was like, bro, I ain't never been with no chick and just was like, I want to see another nigga shove dick in her mouth. Like, that ain't never registered to me. All respect to the homie, you know, do your thing. And that's what but I was like, that's a little crazy.
To be honest, I think Kevin Gates be saying a lot of that shit.
Just because.
Yeah, just to get her like, just for
So you don't think he's standing on a lot of that shit?
Fuck no, man. Ain't no nigga that nasty, man, bro. Ain't no nigga that nasty. God damn.
So you think that man the nastiest person in the industry right now?
He say the nastiest shit in the industry. I just say that.
The reason why I don't look at it as nasty stuff is because it's like a lot of stuff he talk about, I'm cool with doing behind closed doors. I I just don't see the need to like come out and just like go crazy about talking about it to the degree that he do. Like, hell yeah, like every inch, like I've said this before, every inch of your, but like, I gotta be into you. And like these days, I ain't really trying to bring nobody home. Like, let me ask you something. Are, at your big age right now, are you really bringing somebody home that you can't do everything with? Like at this age, if you find somebody to give you that energy, would you eat her on the first night? Would you face dive?
No.
You wouldn't. See, I go off of how the vibe is. That's why I understood what he was saying from that standpoint. But I was like, the vibe ain't never led me to like first night in the booty hole. Yeah. Like that went out. Yeah. I was like, bro, our first nights and our energy a little set up because like
I've never ate ass.
Ever. That's impressive.
And I'm never gonna eat ass.
It's impressive. Yeah. It's impressive. In 2022?
It could be 2034. I'm gonna still be a virgin.
You never gonna do it?
No.
Hey man, listen. I'm not finna sit across from you and try to convince you, bro.
Too many things could go wrong, man.
Like
Too many things could go wrong.
All right, well, walk us through what go to your head when you think about eating ass. I'm curious to see how this, like, what goes to your head that makes you be like, hell nah, I ain't eating no ass.
You know what come out of bitch ass?
Food that they done put that's been processed.
Yeah,
but that's the same food you eat,
bruh. Shut the hell up. No, I ain't, nigga. Bruh, 100 things go wrong. The taste.
Okay. I ain't never really tasted, like, first of all, you think it too deep, because I ain't never tasted a bitch ass that just was nasty.
But it could happen. I'm gonna
shut up and let you talk. All right.
The taste. What if she passed gas?
No.
You see? So you don't be thinking you just a nasty ass nigga.
Bro, you going too far.
You just a nasty, a nasty ass nigga, man.
If a bitch fart in your face, she don't give a fuck about you, dog.
But it can slip. It can slip, can't it? It can slip.
Me? She gotta feel it coming,
yeah,
bro.
But it can slip.
Okay.
What if she drunk?
The fart.
Yeah.
Only y'all two gonna know about it, so that gotta be it. You got another one?
No, that's all I got.
I feel you, but it's like I've done it a couple of times. I've already professed this, right? You know, we got to get to that level for me to do it. But yeah, I've never experienced neither one of them two.
But you could. That's the point, dog.
Possibilities.
It's a possibility.
Bro, every time you encounter raw sex, you could catch an STD. You take that chance every time.
Yeah. But that, no, nigga. No, nigga, no.
It's not the same?
Hell no.
All right, so you would rather catch an STD or eat ass. And I'm talking about a mild one. Let's say crabs or like,
you can't compare the two.
No, but okay, but let me just ask you. Let's say you only got one option. Mm-hmm. Catching the STD crabs or something that you can get rid of in like, a week or two. Or eating ass.
I'd eat ass.
I knew exactly.
But that's not a comparison. That's not a fair comparison at all.
All right, so going raw is like fuck it. Even though, cause like a lot more stuff can go wrong. They can have like all kind of good, man. But vaginal. They'll be taking care of that shit sometime.
What is the probability of you catching STD from a chick you've been fucking with for a long time, or
it's probably
you eating a bitch you just met ass?
I'm just saying, no. We ain't talking about what I just met. I'm talking about, I never do that. Yeah. I just wanted to see what your level is. I'm just talking about somebody I'm rocking with.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, listen, we look at the world now our own little way. I'm with you on the STD thing, but I'm also thinking other shit. Like for me, it's like the vibe just gotta be connected. If the vibe connected, like, it's facts, nigga. I could have gave you the microphone so you could finish that. That nigga say, Caleb, I'm willing to do whatever. Facts. If the vibe is there, wait, because y'all take shit and run with it. I'm talking about doing shit, whatever, from a heterosexual standpoint. And I ain't doing all that extra shit.
That's why Caleb got his own cup in my apartment that say KP on it.
Come on, bro. You wouldn't drink after me? Anytime we done passed that motherfucking bottle, bro, get the line on me, babe. But even the other point that in that Caresha conversation that I wanted to point out, bro, I don't know if it's her team or not, but like she got a flow in her conversation where she made Gates talk about shit. Like she was asking a nigga about song, the Super Gremlin song, the Super General song he dropped.
That nigga talked in circles about that. He didn't really give no damn.
So she was asking like who you cheated with. He was like, I ain't never said I cheated.
Yeah. And
she was like, well, you said your trainer invaded your personal. But he was like, and that's all I said. So he was like, man, I said the trainer invaded my personal space. I ain't said she cheated on me.
Yeah.
And then she was like, so did she cheat? And he was like, I gotta protect her. Like basically saying that like if I ain't tell y'all that on the song. You know, why I'm admitted now on your camera if I cheated or not. And so she was like, oh, so that's just something to get people to talking or whatever. Yeah. Basically, like, you know, you created that because she was like, why mention it then? You know, he had his little.
Yeah, I saw when she asked him, y'all are still together. That nigga ain't even answer that straightforward. He like, we best friends.
Well, that nigga had 3 best friends on that episode. Yeah. Drinker was his best friend, JoJo was his best friend, and somebody else he mentioned. Mozzie is his best friend, the dude that he was talking about when Mozzie died. But yeah, he literally had 3 best friends on the episode still. But he also said, because he was talking about how JoJo, he said he been knowing JoJo for 12 years.
Who the hell is JoJo?
So remember the chick, the white girl, she not white, he say she Mexican. The chick that they saw him with. I don't know. She went. She on the show. She was on the show. Yeah, JoJo. So he talking about her. He was like, man, I've been knowing her for 12 years. That's my best friend. So she asked him, so you ain't never slept with her? Got quiet. And then, you know how, but I ain't gonna lie to you. He a dope ass interviewer because what was fire about it was the way he finagled his way out of it. He switched it to an energy conversation. She was asking if you slept with her. He was like, let me ask you something. He's like, can I ask you a question? He was like, when you saw me with JoJo, you see our energy. He's like, do it look like I'm putting dick on her, like she dickmatized? But he asking her these questions, and she like, yeah, it looked like y'all way more than best friends. And he was like, well, create whatever narrative you want from that, and just left it at that. And I was like, that nigga fucking. Yeah. I was like, that nigga definitely fucking. Yeah. So I got my answer, but he always got the benefit of the doubt. Yeah. So you can't even take that to court. Yeah. So
that nigga get no straight answers.
Yeah, nah. What else been going on in pop culture?
The whole Boosie situation.
Yeah, the Boosie situation. I mean, what you think about him losing his Instagram?
They need to stop taking my nigga Instagram because this nigga is very entertaining.
No, I agree with you on that, but I also think that this one really wasn't something he could control.
Yeah, because that wasn't a video he posted.
You know why I think he lost it though? Like he lost his stuff?
He lost his Instagram?
Because of what he was saying though. Like the fact that you were like, when I get to jail, I'm gonna spit on the nurse. Yeah. Like, man, that nurse ain't did nothing to you.
Why would he lose his Instagram though?
And then when he said, I'm gonna sneak a white person?
When it's a video he didn't even post. Somebody else posted.
This nigga literally looked at the cop. That nigga said, man, hurry up and take me to fucking jail. I'm sneaking the first white boy I see in that bitch. Nigga, that's a hate crime according to them niggas. They like, you finna do what?
All the videos on Instagram, you gonna start taking niggas' Instagram from somebody else. You say like, on somebody else's video that they posted. I agree
with you. I think that he has the benefit of the doubt because it wasn't him. He couldn't control how that message spread because like he didn't even know he was being recorded. However, if from a business perspective, if we looking at Instagram and Facebook and they got this policy saying that no hate crimes, right? Yeah. Like you telling a motherfucker that you gonna punch a white boy in the face and you got all this influence? Nah, we can't let that message get out.
But I think they just keep fucking with his ass.
Yeah, and of course, that's the whole reason why he got pulled over.
You saw what he said after he got it taken down?
Nah. Oh yes, that's why I think you got to create a whole new one again.
Oh, it's back up. Nah, he has Instagram back up.
Oh, so because he was saying something about their kids and shit.
Yeah, he said I wish y'all kids and y'all would have been on Kobe Bryant helicopter with y'all kids, y'all would have died instead of Kobe.
And I see that, I was give us Kobe back and take them niggas, man.
He said fucking alien looking ass kids. That nigga was going off with them boy.
Hey, Boosie just a different dude, bro. But I also think that like we at our big grown age, and y'all, you know me. That's like Boosie is in my top 5 rappers of all time. Yeah. Cause I'm biased. Yeah, y'all can say what y'all want. You heard me right. Boosie is in my top 5. I grew up off this nigga. Nigga halfway raised me, son. Came together. So like, it's all respect when I say it, but it's at some point you gotta look at the shit you doing and being like, all right, let me cool it a little bit. Yeah. Now, granted, this situation I'm talking about, I'm not gonna fault him because again, like. When you hot, you don't see no phones out like you see cameraman and all this other shit, so you ain't really tripping. Yeah. You ain't thinking body cam unless some shit was to happen. So you just vent.
It also stemmed from he getting tired of getting pulled over all the time. Because he said he don't really be doing that. He was just smoking a blunt And I think he threw it out a window or some shit.
Yeah, he got rid of it.
Yeah.
But that's what he was saying. He said when he went there, he saw the bag. Like they found the bags. But Boosie gonna always have somebody with him, especially if he's smoking, that's gonna take the charge.
Yeah.
Especially not Louis. Man, they get a nigga a citation and send him on his way.
Yeah.
You think he went to the courthouse after that?
Probably
Right
so.
after that?
Yeah. He might have, I don't know, he might have just, well, no, he didn't know he was on camera.
Hey,
so.
that's what it is, Boosie. Hey, Boosie, you start a new wave, bro. If we gonna do some snitching, snitch on the cops, man. run to that police thing and start singing on these niggas, man.
Yeah. Since we talk about Boosie with the jail, you saw Kodak Black?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw he got locked up. But his was behind some drug charges too. They got him for a trafficking charge, right?
Yeah, he had like 30 perks on him and 50,
he got dropped,
50,
right?
50 cash. No, he didn't get dropped.
No. He
got
bonded out.
Yeah,
he bonded out. Yeah, but see, Kodak different.
This nigga love going to jail, bro. God, this nigga go to jail like every 6 months.
Man, that's cameraman, boy. Watch what you saying. That nigga might throw the phone at you, son. You can't. That boy Kodak can't do no wrong, you nigga ass, son. But I also think that like that whole little line about being a rapper and all this stuff is, like they say, is dangerous, but and I understand now the dangerous title of it, right? When they say dangerous, they talking about, bro, it's like you really got to deal with some bullshit all the time, and it's antagonizing. And if you ain't thinking straight, it could put you in situations to like
I don't
jam
agree,
you up.
I don't agree with that though.
No, I don't either.
Yeah.
I think it's cold. That's why I agree. But you don't agree with it being a dangerous job?
Yeah, I agree with for certain rappers.
Yes, not all rappers.
But yeah, because Drake not getting pulled over.
No, you got it's a street nigga.
J. Cole not getting pulled over like that.
Yeah,
niggas like Boosie,
that's interesting.
Kodak.
So you think it's less about the career that they have and
It's more
and
about what they be doing. Yeah,
and more about the activities that they doing while they in that career.
yeah.
That makes a lot of sense because I mean I'm with you. Like I can see from a rapper standpoint how they looking at it and like, yo, they keep fucking with me, but I also can see like, no, nigga, if you just learn to move, you straight. Because honestly, like since even you can even look at Gates since he came out in 18 and got that whole little spiritual wave going, like he even moved different.
Yeah, because Gates don't take no drugs. He don't drink shit or shit like that.
Right. You know
So they ain't gonna really fuck with him.
Nah. All right, so like, hey, but the Gillie, so like we had the Boosie situation, now we got the Gillie and Ross situation.
Yeah.
The only thing I want to point out, we ain't gonna beat this horse, but I do want to get your opinion. It's like, bro, like you not tired of seeing niggas in their 40s bickering online, bro?
Yeah.
Like that, I look at that as like, I know they got each other number.
Yeah.
And if they don't, I know they can find the number.
Yeah.
Like,
but what started it? Like,
okay, so what happened was Ross had commented on, I have to find the clip, but Ross had commented and said some shit towards Gillie. I think he was talking reckless in some comments, right? And said some shit. And Gillie chose to retaliate when he had to sit down with
I think it was with what's that nigga name? 808 Mafia?
It's the light skin. Yeah,
Southside.
that's it. Yeah. So we're sitting down because the dude was like, "Wait a minute," you know. He caught him off guard because he thought he was talking in general.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, you taking shots?" And he was like, "Yeah, you know what I'm saying." When you was a CO locking niggas up, and that's when and he was like, "Ross, sometimes Gillie gonna say your name."
Yeah. The thing I thought was funny when he said that, he was like, Gillie was like, yeah, y'all old niggas. Gillie, nigga, you ain't your fault, nigga. What the fuck is you talking about? Nigga, you old too.
They hit me like, I think Ross like 44, 46. Them niggas peers.
Yeah.
that threw me out too. Yeah. I'm like, Gillie, you. But I think what he was trying to say was like the old niggas who ain't really trying to show love to the young niggas. Like, like y'all not adapting to the times is how I took it. But I had that same thing. Like, nigga, what did you talk about? I didn't care about all, and the reason why and that's why I don't really have the full clip. Because for me, it was like I got turned off so quick. Because it was like, bro,
pause. Hey, yo.
But listen, like seriously though, when did it become cool to like y'all talk all this street shit all day?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, let's air it out on live.
Yeah.
Like that shit would never be like, I don't understand. Because for me,
you gotta understand, Gillie is a podcaster now.
Oh, that's all content.
Yeah.
For sure. That's why I don't believe the beef.
Yeah.
Like this is a Gillie and Ross situation. Because then like Ross now, and they're gonna do petty shit. Because I really do think that Gillie got a problem with what Ross said and vice versa. But I also think they both know that, okay, then now we playing this internet game. Yeah. Now we finna promote all this shit. Right? Ross, like, you give me a name of my podcast, I got all these bottles for you. And he plugged all of his bottles. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's all business, right? Because now some niggas gonna be there. Let me go get some of these alcohol, liquor shit, right? $1 million worth of game gotta survive. So they gonna push it. It's just like, bro, you, like, how you have a message, Wallow, you know, I mean, not Wallow, Gillie, you know what I mean? Now, how you have a message of, you know, hey, yo, it's a better way to do this, stop the violence, blah, 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 but then flip the script, right? And then have this aggressive talk online.
But I think that's mostly Wallow's message.
Yeah,
Gillie always getting into some shit.
I ain't giving a nigga no energy online, so if it's really smoke, show me. Like,
but you gotta understand, these niggas both not dropping music like that no more.
So you think it's a relevance thing?
Yeah, they gotta get some kind of clout now. Keep their name relevant right now.
I've been saying this. Clout chasing is at an all-time high. Hey, matter of fact, I actually tweeted. I literally tweeted. I was like, I don't want the clout. I just need income. Like, that's how I stand in life. For me, it's like, that keeps me in the same mind. Like,
but you don't think you gotta have some kind of clout, like, to get your name out there? Even like with us.
I don't know if it's more about clout than it's more, but I think it's a slower grind. I don't think you need clout, because for me, I can't look at one situation about J. Cole and say he was clout chasing. At one point. Can you? I mean, it may exist. I'm just saying, like, when I think about people who trying to be there, and it took him a lot longer to get to where he was. I mean, the nigga he was grinding for years. So I do think it's doable, right? But can you get to, like, the bag quicker? Absolutely. But is that authentic and real? Like, do that feel like self? Yeah. That's why I'm gonna get.
Do you think, even with us, do you think we do some kind of clout? Because let's say with our titles. Like, let's say right now with this episode, we talking about the Kevin Gates thing. In the title, we gonna put something like the Kevin Gates interview, what's her name, Caresha, whatever the name was, interview and shit like that in the title. You don't think that's a form of clout chasing also?
That's a good question. I do not, because I think that it's on topic with our conversation, right? And we're talking about the clout that those people have been chasing. You know, in some not all of them situations, but whoever was chasing clout. Like, I think the Gillie and Ross thing was clout chasing, right? I don't think us mentioning it is clout, because I am just giving my opinion. I'm in therapy right now, baby. You know me, I like to talk out my thoughts. And Gillie and Rick Ross upset me.
Hey, speaking about old niggas, like, arguing on the internet, I saw something they said, like, Jay Prince, I ain't got nothing against you. Don't come at me. You know, you supposed to be big Houston gangster.
Keep your thought. I just want to make it in a thing that, like, it's so crazy. Don't lose your thought. It's so crazy. I don't give a fuck who you is. Soon as you mention Jay Prince's name, you giving a disclaimer.
I saw. They was like, Jay Prince lost his mystique, cause before he was like, you know, like, he been online going back and forth with people. Before that, like, everybody respected him. Everybody was scared of him. But when he came online with that NBA Youngboy, they remember NBA Youngboy said some shit. He ain't, like, back down. They said ever since then, like, his like, everybody being scared of him went down. Yeah,
well, I think that comes from, like people who know Jay Prince for being Jay Prince. That ain't them. It's like you just mentioned, young boy. Man, a young nigga is a stupid nigga.
But young niggas.
Young niggas ain't thinking here. Young niggas will look at Jay Prince and be like, he just a man, right? I could take him out. But the task to do that is, how are you going to get close to this nigga? Bro, I saw a story, and just before I got one more thing I want to bring up before we wrap up. But quickly, I saw a story where it's a comedian. And it's not comedian Tommy, it's somebody else, and I'm gonna get you the name, but it was a comedian who was hired because he did, like, pranks and sketches and stuff, right? It's not on Nephew Tommy. Somebody else. He did pranks, and, like, they brought him to Houston and wanted him to prank Jay Prince. So he did. He called Jay Prince up while he was in the car and was pranking him, talking about something about him, like, cheating artists out of money, and was talking disrespectful for him. He was like, hey, homie, where you at? Like, just real calm. And, like, he was, you know, he talking crazy, like, nigga, I'm down with radio, boom, boom, boom. And he was like, Jay Prince was like, man, just stay there, and hung up. And Jay Prince turned the car around and was going to the radio station. That nigga say, That nigga said when he got off of the phone, he asked him, he said, "Am I safe?" He's like, "Y'all called me to do this prank on Jay Prince. I don't know this man, but I know the stories, and I just need to know, am I safe?" He said, "I bought a ticket in that. He bought a ticket in the studio, and called the Uber and got right back to the airport before Jay Prince can get back to the spot." That nigga say he dipped, but this was like some years ago, and he was like, they said Jay Prince pulled up to that radio station looking for him, and was like, and he got dude information and called him, and like was on some, don't play with me like that. So it's like you hear them stories coming from, like, that's a first person story. He telling that as he's experiencing it. So it's like all that shit can't be just fabricated and made up. And like my point was like with Young Boy and all them young niggas who just be looking at Jay Prince like he that. It's like, bro, it's the army that comes with him. Mob Ties is not just a title. The title is mob. Nigga, like that, it's a gang of people you gotta go before you go see the boss. But to wrap up, while we on the cloud chasing situation, we wouldn't be podcasting the right way if I didn't get your opinion on. I want to group all this shit together because we talking about cloud chasing. This is the part of cloud chasing that I thoroughly hate, bro. You know, we had that McDonald's situation with the feeding all my kids, right? Oh yeah. And now you got the situation where a chick went out and brought 18 friends. And I want to preface this by saying, I don't know if it's true or not. I think it's fake because they all been in the comments talking about the stage, right? Fuck the stage part. But that is really some shit that I could see people thinking about like as being fair, right? And so I wanted to get your initial thoughts on the McDonald's situation, and I feel like I know it, but I still, because I think it's gonna be funny anyway. And I know the 18 chick shit. But I wanted to get your thoughts just in terms of that, based on the conversation we having with cloud chasing and on the expectations that they saying women have with us nowadays. What was your thoughts when you seen all that hit the net?
Me personally, the one with the homie only brought his kids something to eat. I would have brought all the kids something to eat.
I felt the same.
Because I like kids. I got a soft spot for kids. I don't want to see my kids just eating and the other kids just hungry, want McDonald's. And their mama like, nigga, you got some food in the motherfucking kitchen. You go cook you some noodles or some shit like that. Yeah. But the situation with the chick and 18 friends, man, ain't no motherfucking way in here I'd have paid for no 18 friends. Like if it would have been maybe 3. If she'd had like 3 friends, 3 of her closest friends that I'd have been around cool with, I'd have paid for all this. Yeah. But 18, nah, you pushing it, look. Ain't no way in hell. Nigga, that bill probably been
$3-4 grand. Yeah. You getting hit. Going back to your conversation about the McDonald's. So the one point that I would like to make, granted, we talking about from a stage perspective, but what I saw in the comments, and I'll say this, I'll preface my comments by saying this. What I'm learning is like this clout chasing wave that we're seeing, it's almost like it's starting to be set up like it's meant for us as people to stay at each other's necks and indifference because it creates content and conversation. Yeah. However, the type of conversation it's creating is a bunch of arguments and back and forths and disagreements, right? So that's why I don't subscribe to that form of clout chasing because I think it's corny. Now thinking about it though, I agree with you. Knowing me who I am, I'm a giver. I give to total strangers. So I know for a fact if I got a child and I'm dealing with her, especially knowing that I was the last dude, because I think his baby was the youngest per the stage, right? I'm bringing the food. However, I don't believe that just because what I deem is right morally to me is something that we should make right from a societal standpoint. Because I don't know homie pockets, 4 kids is a lot to feed. He also could feel like, yo, if it's a chick who on some bullshit, like you on some sucker shit, man. Like why would I be doing you favors on some shit that ain't got nothing to do with me? Yeah. If me and you ain't straight, right? So I could see a nigga be like, yo, fuck you and them kids, mine straight, right? Yeah. Like, so I tried my hardest, like in that situation, I thought about it because I was reading the comments. I was like, I'm never gonna put my beliefs on people. Yeah. So I'm not gonna say it's wrong for him not buying the food. However, to me, I don't think I'm ever gonna be in that situation because I'm just gonna show up and be like, here.
Yeah, the kids ain't do nothing though. Right. That's how I can say
and I ain't gonna hold you. Man, if I buy just my children some food and you throw the food that he's supposed to eat on the ground, I ain't gonna touch you, but I'm going to grab my children.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my kid right. Man, come here. And my boy, because I'm 6'6".
Yeah.
You going to call the cops. It better be a custody situation in place where the cops come get it. I don't give a damn if the cops come take the child because you do got custody. I'm going to be petty in that moment and matching the...
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
The memes,
Come on, bro.
The memes they was posting was hilarious, though.
Nah, I tell you, yes, the meme was funny.
With the little boy, he said, y'all dad ain't bad, y'all know McDonald's?
The memes was killing me, son. I seen one where he was eating his McDonald's. He was like, what's your daddy bought you? The niggas had them playing glizzies in front of him.
Yeah.
They got hot dog to mama to cook. But like, I'm being for real. Like you take my drink and you throw it and you throw the food. Watch this, love.
Do you think that was staged?
The way she was screaming, I ain't gonna lie, I believed it at first.
Because I don't believe.
I also think like people creative as fuck now.
Mm-hmm.
And people like,
why was the phone out though? See, that's why I don't believe it, all that shit. The phone's always out.
Yeah, I think it's staged.
Yeah.
I do. I think it's staged. But it was like, the screaming was like, at first I'm like, damn, bitch, why you mad? But then I was like, cause she's like, here you go right here. And then nigga pulled up on cue. Yeah. Like, almost like, all right, go. Like, it was told, all right, go. Yeah. He drove in and he's like, so I do think it's staged. But that's why I took the stage scenario off the table, and I'm just thinking logically about the situation if it was true. So the McDonald's thing, that's my thing. The 18 women, bro, we ain't even gotta beat that horse. Yeah. I looked at her when she said but this is my birthday and I don't fuck with no broke niggas.
Yeah, that's when I knew it was staged.
What?
If that's your gal, she ain't just gonna call you that.
To everybody, well, we talking about, hey, listen, I don't know. I'm done trying to figure out what run through the mind of a 23, 24-year-old. Yeah. I done seen some shit. And I don't even go after these youngsters, nigga. Yeah. I get shot at. If it's somebody, if you ever hear me, Jeremy, I'm gonna tell you this right now, even with the baby mama situation, if it's ever a situation where I'm dealing with somebody under 25, either they shot at me or somebody was like on some, let me put you on somebody situation. Yeah. Right? Because as soon as I'm like, how old are you? 22? Take care of yourself, love. Be safe out here, man. These men tripping. Boom, boom, boom. I'm turning to Yeah. I'm school. Unless like she can carry a conversation. Because I do believe grown is grown, but it's just a lot of children that age. Fuck our conversations, guys. There's a 15-year gap, love. Yeah. I knew I couldn't mess with them youngsters when a chick told me, you asked me if I listened to Trippie Redd. Well, you gotta ask that question? Yeah. I'm like, oh no. Hold on, Trippie Redd's that nigga that started working out now? No, that's the nigga with the red dreads with the tattoos in the face. So he used to be beefing with Tekashi 6ix9ine. I ain't never listened to none of his songs. There's a dude that they be playing his music in the background while he working out. Light skinned nigga be working out, and I be trying to listen to his music while I just see if I like it, and it's trash. He be doing jump rope. The nigga got like he looked like one of them little aliens, one of them people off of Men in Black. Them little creatures that got skinny but got the big African stomach. I don't know who the hell you talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, he looked like one of them. Cause Lil Pump, that's the nigga name. Oh no, it ain't. You gotta see him all. They just hit me. I was like, what the hell is his name? But yeah, Lil Pump, man, that's another one that like they saw him working out and they played his music, and I literally was like, the fuck is playing in the background? And you realize it's his music. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'll never be able to. At all. Yeah. What you got for bro talk, man? We gonna beat this horse, man. We go ahead bro talk. I got fellas learn how to take rejection. Ooh. Bro, this chick told me a story, bro. This chick ass is stupid. I wish I had a picture on my phone. Actually, her ass is so big, nigga. It's so big. But anyway, back to what I was saying. From a nigga standpoint, you see how we can. What I was saying. We can go from bro talk to ass talk in just a matter of milliseconds. But bro, like I was saying, do tell, sir. Do tell. She was like, fuck that bro talk. I want to hear some more about the ass real quick. Send me a picture or something. She was at a bar, club or something, and a nigga kept trying to shoot at her. She kept turning down, and the nigga followed her. Like, out the club? No, follow her car. Oh shit! I guess she followed her out the club, then follow her car, and she had to pull into like a gas station and chill there for a while. And when she went inside the store, oh nigga was honking, and she picked it up, and she thought the dude was behind her because he would make like every turn that she would make. So she didn't. I'm asking, and you may not know the answer to this. Like, did you check out? Did you ask her like if she saw did she see him following her when she left? I'm assuming that.
I guess he shot so many times and he turned her down. I mean, she turned him down that she was like cautious to see what he was doing after she left.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, man, that's scary as hell. Mm-hmm. And that's real. Yeah. Like, that's real. Hey, ladies out here, man, listen, y'all watch y'all surroundings, man. Like, because there's some weirdos out here. And the crazy thing is about men is like, if I ever feel for my life, it's from another nigga, you know, he might have a pistol or something. Was like, this environment looks a little shaky for us. Lafayette comes to mind. I wasn't necessarily fearing for my life, but it was like, yo.
Yeah, Caleb almost got a shot.
Nah, it was like, yo, homie want to flex his gun a little too soon. He ain't trying to throw them things, and we ain't got no guns, so let's get up out of there, right? Yeah. But it's like, so I've never ever been in a situation where it's like a chick really made me worry about something. Now, there's been some big chicks who grabbed on my pocket a little bit where I'm like, whoa.
Like a female is not about to follow no nigga.
Nah, I ain't doing none of that. But even their aggression don't come across as creepy. Yeah. It's just like, you weird. You know,
I assume it was a young nigga.
It had to be.
Cause I don't believe these young niggas can't take rejection. Like,
yeah, man. So like, ladies, y'all be careful, man. Like, make sure I believe, I ain't gonna lie to you, this is a thing for me. Like, I've told, like, if it's a first time that I'm going hang with a shorty and we going kick it, like, I would encourage, hey man, make sure you get your location to your homegirl. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? She should know where you at. And a lot of times, you know, and I do it so that they see, like, hey, but they'll laugh and be like, oh, don't worry about it. She already got it, right?
Yeah, females actually do that because I done been with...
I ain't sending you my location, nigga, because you too fucking stupid. Your ass will pop up, have some footage of me recording and shit. Next thing you know, I'm on the show and you got all kind of shit to tell, right? So that's different. But, like, I encourage all that behavior. Tell a friend where you at. Send your location. Make sure you got some mace or a knife or something, you know, that you can get to real quick to make somebody back up off of you. And a pistol, all that, like whatever you need, because like niggas be on some weirdo vibes. Yeah, it's crazy as hell, bro. And man, for my bro talk, I ain't really got nothing specific, bro. Just the hat tell it all, bro. Girls are drugs. You know what it is. Shout out to them cats that promote this hat. I mean, that sell this hat too, because it is fire as fuck. But then at the same time, man, stay 10 toes down on your purpose is really where I'm gonna go. I haven't spit none of that purpose talk to y'all in a minute. 10 toes down on your purpose. Stay focused. Stay locked in. As you can see, I ain't got too many club stories as of late because I'm out the way, man. I'm focusing on me, and I think y'all should do the same.
That nigga went out last night.
No, I didn't. Hey, speaking of, real quick, I did go grab some dinner off the, let me tell you something. The cameraman y'all hear me talk about is also my little cousin. And he always like...
You said little cousin, Nick.
He's younger than me. And the nigga shorter than me.
He tried to little dog you.
And I weigh about 100 pounds more than this nigga.
He tried to little dog you, though.
Goddamn right, nigga, my little cousin, goddamn it. But he's 6 feet, ladies. But you know, that's little to me. He big to y'all. He a big nigga, you know what I'm saying? But he little nigga to me. But like the nigga always be, you know, he always be on some encouraging shit. Hey man, go grab you some dinner, put yourself out there, do your thing. So I did. You know, yesterday I went to Max's and grabbed them old shrimp and grits. You
didn't order that cheese board again, huh?
No, that was at Bovine.
No, that wasn't Max's.
That was at Bovine, wasn't it? The cheese board, the charcuterie board, the big, remember the the charcuterie board. I was at Bovine. So I was at Max's, I got shrimp and grits. And you know, I got me some Brussels sprouts and I'm chilling. I'm reading a book. Like I'm on some me time. Yeah, like this weekend was on some straight self-care shit. I went and get my dogs worked on, got a little massage, you know, meditated, did some yoga, went take myself out to eat, read a little book. I was on that type of time. Chick walked up to me before they was getting ready to leave, not to be long-winded. In Max's, I'm sitting at the Bardolo. She like, she's like, dang, she's like, I feel bad, that your day stood you up. What's your name? And I did exactly that. I chuckled. I said, love, I really look like the type that'll get stood up? And I had to ask the cameraman. I was like, yo, I really look like the type that'll get stood up? I was like, because why are you approaching me? So I was like, I don't need no goddamn, no pity. Yeah, no pity. Don't come pity talk to me. You know what I'm saying? So I was feeling a little player, but like, I knew that was just her way of shooting her shot. So we joked about it. But like a nice little D-town thing, man. Got a little leopard, had a little leopard dress on, had them little, I call them, because I don't know the real name, I call them Janet Jackson Poetic Justice braids. She had them things and looking real pretty, looking real black. Yeah, it was, man, listen, body was looking lovely and from Dallas, bro. So I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I don't give a damn what Kanice 100K say on Instagram, bro. Dallas chicks, I got a different respect for y'all. For one, y'all pulled up and shot y'all shot on me last night. But then for two, there's also a chick out in Dallas where I ate her whole meal, son, and I still owe her for that. So, you know what I'm saying? My condolences to y'all. Anyway, bro, we're not gonna be long with it. We're gonna end this. I am KP of the Certified Steppers Podcast. That is the big homie Smooth, and we're gonna see y'all on the other side. Yeah.